Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. Sudhir Bhimrao Ingle, Head and Associate Professor, Department of Mass Communication and Journalism, MSP Mandas, Shri Shivaji College, Parbhani. I am a participant of first online winter school organized from 19th October to 1st November 2020 by UGC Human Resource Development Center, Gujarat University, Ahmedabad. Today, I am going to deliver my presentation on radio news bulletin. My dear friends, you know the radio is one of mass media in world and also India. Media means source of information, source of different type of information as well as the analysis. Radio is the one of mass media, and this media is useful for rural and urban society and each and every persons. Dear friends, you know our India and worldwide the media is different types. One popular type is called print media, and newspaper is the one of sources is print media. Newspapers and also the electronic media. Electronic media is called a non-print media. In this electronic media, two major parts is there, that is called radio and television. You know the radio is audio and television is audio plus video. That's why these days media is very effective for the effectiveness is depend of is audio plus video. That's why Marshall McLuhan said the electronic media is very powerful comparatively print media, and we know the radio and television is the mass media and it is very effective media in India. Dear friends, electronic media is divided to three parts, is one of the radio and television, and nowadays we all use that is called a social media or new media. These media are very useful in day-to-day life. Today we are discussing the types of radio bulletin. Dear friends, we know in worldwide so many languages, so many types of culture, so many writing skill is there, but print media is limitation, so many limitations. One limitation is literacy. Suppose we not know Gujarati language, we can't read Gujarati newspaper. We don't know Devanagari script, so I not read the Hindi newspapers and Marathi newspapers. So that's why the radio is listen worldwide, because the any human being are listening capacity is a natural gift. That's why in India numbers of peoples they are non-literate. That's why the reachment of radio is to especially those people live in villages or urban areas. That's why the radio is a mass media to reach each and every peoples, to rural and also the urban peoples. Dear friends, we know the types of radio bulletin. Four major type is there, that is called international level news, national level news and state level news, and last but not least regional news, regional level news. In the regional levels news, is so popular because regional language is very famous in all over India, like Marathi, Gujarati, Kannada, Tamil. These regional language is so popular in rural and urban area. That's why the regional levels news bulletin is a very popular. International level news, that is a good example of BBC. BBC broadcast is all over worldwide famous in the BBC radio. And then national radio means national level news. Those international and national, those types are use English language. English language is a global language. That's why international news bulletin is broadcast in only English language. That's why the international news are listen only metropolitan cities, but national level news are listen in all over India. And Delhi All India Radio broadcast English Hindi news, that is called national level news. In Maharashtra, especially Akashvani broadcast some news bulletin. That news bulletin is known by the state level news. And the regional level news, Akashvani is broadcast some regional centers is there, that is called regional level news stations or news broadcast. Especially in Maharashtra, Aurangabad is one of the region, then Pune is one of the region, then the Sangli is one of the region, then the Mumbai is the one of the region. So in Marathwada region, Aurangabad is the one of the station. They broadcast the different regional news. In this regional news, 10 minutes duration is there, and the content of this news is depend of the day-to-day news. These news are very important to live for the international level, national level and state level news are included in the regional news. But the important facts and important event they covered in regional news, but they focus, maximum focus on the regional events, because regional events are very important in regional levels news bulletins. So that's why regional news are very popular, and numbers of peoples, they the part of his or her day-to-day life, they are very much know the regional levels bulletin in day-to-day life. Working process of newsroom. Working process is very important in the newsroom. The news editor is a head of the newsroom. You know, friends, in the radio station, different types of section is there. One section is news section, another section is program section, another section is a drama section, and different section like agriculture, engineering section, auditing section. In the radio station, news room is the one of important role in the radio broadcastings. That's why news editor is the most important, play the role in the newsroom. He is the head of the newsroom. And with, you know, in the working process of newsroom is a teamwork. So it is a work is not depend of news editor, but with news editor, one sub editor is there, one translator is there, because so many news agencies news is coming to newsroom. So that's why the English is most popular language used in news agencies. That's why the regionals news channels or regional centers is translated. Suppose the Maharashtra Marathi is popular, in Gujarat is popular. Any Ahmedabad radio station, the translator is translated news English to Gujarati. That's why one sub editor is there and one translator is there. After that, one news reader, because the sound is important role in the broadcasting of radio. That's why the newsroom, in this newsroom and news broadcast, news readers are very important, because the sound is the important role in the broadcasting of radio. That's why the language of news reader, the pronunciation of news reader, the content of news reader, the information of news reader is of so much importance. That's why news reader is one of the major role in working process of newsroom. After that, the network of correspondent. Different types of correspondent is there. Those correspondent in working in a different districts of the different area or different that is called sections of the news department. That's why some news coming for networking and correspondent of the newsroom, they send some news about news editing. So that's why correspondent is very important. Correspondent is working different type of a news. They sent some political news, some social news, some economical news, some industrial development, some agriculture development, some type of crimes and accidents and related health. So such type of information is collect in newsroom, but the news editor and the sub editor is editing the news. They prefer the important which news are important. That's why they collect all information and they produce the information 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 15 minutes. The durations is a different, but they broadcast very that is called a summary of those days. They broadcast summary of the day-to-day news event. That's why the working process of newsroom is important. After that, the main part is important, source of news. You know, network of correspondent is important. That's the another part is news agency. PTI, UNI, BBC, TAS, some national and international news agencies there, and they agencies give the news and detailed information about the different countries, different states, different subjects. They produce the information and they send the information of newsroom. That's why the role of news agencies is very important. Then the press conferences, press release and e-resources. Nowadays e-resources is the one of the important source of news. Sometimes political peoples are organized the press conferences. That's why the press conference is a good information sources, reliable information sources. That's why the news sources in use of press conferences and press release. So dear friends, today I am focused on the topic of radio news bulletin, and I am so much happy to I am Dr. Sudhir Ingre, roll number is 91. So thankful UGC Human Resource Development Center of Gujarat University, Ahmedabad for providing me an opportunity to join first online winter course. Thank you. Thanking all of you.